Hi, I'm Lalita from Let's Speak English, and today I have prepared for you 35 useful phrases for your IELTS speaking exams. So, they are super common and they are tiny bit more sophisticated than what most non-native speakers typically use. So, let's get started and not waste any more time. So when you want to express likes and dislikes, during your speaking exams, the IELTS speaking exams, you will definitely have questions about your likes and dislikes. And instead of simply saying I like or I dislike, you could use a variety of expressions like this appeals to me. For example, swimming appeals to me because it is such a great way to relieve stress. Another way to say is I get a lot of pleasure out of something after doing something. Or if you're enthusiastic about doing something, you could always say I'm keen to do something. Or you could also say I'm not keen on doing something. So you can say I'm not a keen swimmer. So keen here is used as an adjective. So if you like to do something for a period of time, you could always say that I'm fond of doing, or I have grown fond of doing something. So moving on, when you don't understand something or when you want to ask for a clarification, don't be shy. So asking for clarification, how do you do that? You could always say, I don't quite catch that. Or you could say that, or you could ask, could you say that again? Or you could always say, can you explain what you mean by, etc.? So those are some of the expressions or phrases you can use for asking clarification. Do not forget to like and subscribe to Let's Speak English. Moving on, when you want to provide clarification, how do you do that? So you could use phrases like, well, to put it in another way, or you could say what I'm trying to say is, or what I mean is. So these are some of the ways you can kind of provide clarification when you're asked to provide it. So moving on, when you're not sure about what you have to say, you could always start your sentence, or you could always say, it's quite a difficult question. Or you could start by saying, well, that's a good question. Or you could say, I never thought about it before. So there are some ways where you can express things when you're not sure what to say. Moving on, when you agree with someone. So how do you say that? Well, this is a lovely phrase that you have here. I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. This is a lovely way of saying that you agree with someone. Or I totally agree. Or you could just say absolutely, or definitely, or precisely. Any of these words, kind of say that you agree with someone. So you could also say that I tend to agree with that, or I tend to agree with that, or it depends on. I really think it depends on. These are some ways to talk about agreeing with someone. Now, when you disagree, when you want to politely disagree with someone, the different ways of saying that is, that's one way of looking at it. However, after the however, you can express what your point of view. Or you could always say, that's not always true. Or you could say absolutely or definitely. Right? So when you want to express your opinion, what are the ways to say? You could always start by saying, as far as I'm concerned, or as I see it, or as far as I know. You could also say, I suppose, or I would imagine. So there are some other ways to talk about the way you want to, what you want to say, or how you express your opinion. You could say, I'm convinced that something. Oh, there's no other way that this can be done. That's another way of looking at it. So now you are at the end of your conversation. So how do you sum it up? How do you conclude? You could say, to sum up or to wrap up. Those are lovely expressions or transition words to start off by saying that you are coming to the end of your speech or a presentation. Well, those are some of the phrases I have for you when you are in a fix or when you want to bring a variety to your speaking task in IELTS. So with that, do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, Let's Speak English. Thank you.